Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. So, if you're learning English, you probably already know that asking questions is literally how you connect with people, find your way around, and, well, learn about the world. But here's the tricky part, right? Unlike some languages where you can just raise the pitch of your voice at the end of a sentence, English makes you physically move the words around. Getting that word order right can honestly feel like a giant puzzle. Well, today, we're going to solve that puzzle. Okay, let's dive into this and master how to form questions in English step by step.
Here is our roadmap for today. Step 1, yes/no questions. Step 2, the WH words. Step 3, structuring your questions. Then we'll do some practice with soccer stadiums, and finally, how to join our academy. Let's get right into it. All right, step 1, yes/no questions. Take a look at this basic statement. You are in Barcelona. The subject is you, and the verb is are. Now, to turn this into a question, you actually don't need any complicated new words. You literally just flip the subject and the verb. It becomes, are you in Barcelona? Verb first, then the subject. That one simple little flip instantly signals to whoever you're talking to that you're asking a question. Let's lock this flip-in concept in. Am I in the park? Is he on vacation? Are they at the museum? Notice how the verb changes depending on the person, whether it's yourself, a buddy, or a whole group, but the flip rule, that stays exactly the same. You just grab that to be verb and stick it right at the front. It really is that simple. Moving on to step 2, the words.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how exactly we can unlock totally different types of details. I want you to think of what words as specific investigative keys. What unlocks a thing or an identity, like what is your name? Where unlocks a place. Where is the beach? Need the time? You use when. When is it open? And to dig up a reason, you throw in why. Why is it famous? Memorize the specific function of these 4 keys, and I promise you can navigate pretty much any conversation.
Okay, real quick insider pro tip for you here before we structure these. When we're speaking naturally, native speakers rarely separate these words out. To sound way more fluent and natural, you just squash them together. What is becomes what's. Where is where's. When is becomes when's, and why is why's. Dropping these contractions in will immediately make you sound a lot less like a textbook and way more conversational. Okay, step 3, structuring your questions. And this brilliantly illustrates how you just stack it all together to create a foolproof formula. It's just like building blocks. Step 1, pick your W word based on what you want to know. Here we chose why. Step 2, drop in your to be verb, are. Step 3, your subject, you, and step 4, the rest of the context, in Barcelona. Look really closely at steps 2 and 3. That is exactly the same flip we learned earlier. So the whole formula is just your chosen W word plus that flip structure. Boom. Why are you in Barcelona?
Let's prove that this formula is totally rock solid. Where are you from? Why are you in Washington? Where is the museum? When is the park open? Every single time, without fail, we start with the specific WH information we need, immediately followed by the flipped verb and subject. It's incredibly consistent and reliable.
All right, time for some practice. Soccer stadiums. Check out this real-world question. Why are Camp Nou and the Bernabeu famous in Spain? Can you spot the different parts of our formula? We kick off with our WH word. Why? Because we're looking for a reason. Then our verb, are. And look at this huge compound subject, Camp Nou and the Bernabeu. See? The subject can totally be long, but our core structure holds up perfectly. And here's the payoff. They are soccer stadiums for Barcelona and Real Madrid. Because the questions so brilliantly use the word why, the answer serves up the exact reason for their fame. The structure guided us right to the information we wanted. Let's move to and see how this builds in a rapid-fire back-and-forth conversation. Person A asks, where are you? Hunting for a place. B says, in Barcelona. A follows up, why are you in Barcelona? Now they need a reason. B replies, for the soccer. Then A goes, when is it? B excitedly answers, now. Notice how totally fluid this is? Once you master these question words, you can absolutely hold your own in a dynamic conversation. Okay, quick pop quiz to test your memory. Why is Lionel Messi famous? Think about the job of that very first word. Are we expecting a place? A time? No way. We need a reason. And there it is. He's a famous soccer player. That's the reason.
Seriously, if you followed the logic from that question straight into the answer, give yourself a massive pat on the back. You are making awesome progress mastering this stuff.
Finally, join our academy.
So, the crucial point is that you now have the exact tools needed to confidently tackle actual English worksheets like this one. Whether it's matching things up, completing a dialogue, or writing out your own answers, you know the formulas. You can look at a blank space now and know for sure if it needs a what, a where, an is, or an are. If this logical, step-by-step breakdown clicked for you today, I want to personally invite you to subscribe to my channel, the American English Academy. We basically take these confusing grammar rules and turn them into super clear, easy explainers just like this one. So hit that subscribe button, jump into our community, and let's keep building your English fluency together. I'm going to leave you with one final challenge today. It's your turn to create. I want you to write 4 original questions of your own in the comments down below, using what, when, where, and why. Just remember this, the quality of your English will ultimately depend on the quality of the questions you're brave enough to ask. So what are you going to ask the world today? Keep practicing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.